Can you out-exercise a bad diet? Yes. Can you out-exercise a bad diet? That's a question I like to ask you. Can you out-exercise a bad diet? That is exercise alone enough to prevent and combat diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and other lifestyle-related chronic diseases? Can a person continue to eat unhealthily just because he or she exercises regularly? Are there many people who think that way? What do you think? Are there people who think that because they are exercising regularly, they can afford to not eat healthy? They can control their blood sugar, they can control their high blood pressure, they can control their high cholesterol just by exercising. Are there people who think that way? What do you think? And let me give you this scenario. When a person has just been diagnosed with diabetes or other lifestyle related chronic diseases, do you think he or she is more likely to choose to exercise more, or would he or she choose to eat healthier? What do you think? Do you think a person who has just been diagnosed with diabetes or just been diagnosed with high blood pressure or just been diagnosed with high cholesterol, would this person be more likely to start to have an exercise regime? Or would this person more likely to say, I need to look at my diet, I need to change the way I eat? How about you? If you have just been diagnosed with diabetes or any other chronic conditions, would you choose to exercise more, or would you choose to eat healthier? What do you think? Let's build a community here. Right, before I continue, can you say hi, what country you are from, comment, like, and share, so that more people can come in and join my conversation in today's walk and talk. So today I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to have a chat with you first, for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then let's walk. Let's walk after that. Let's do our daily walk. Let's unlock the power of a daily walking habit as medicine. Okay, so like, share, comment, and build a community here. But I want to ask you, why do you think, this is very important, why do you think people are more likely to choose to exercise more than to choose to change their eating habits when faced with a need to change their lifestyle? Example, when they are diagnosed with diabetes. What is the first thing you must change in order to be able to improve your eating habits, in order to eat healthier? Right. What do you think? Hi, if you're new here, I'm Dr. Chan. I'm a medical doctor from Singapore. And today, as I go about my morning walk, before I do that, I like to chat with you. Right? I like to chat with you about this topic, right? About whether exercise alone is good enough, whether exercise alone will enable a person to control his or her blood sugar, his or her blood pressure that is raised, right? Is exercise alone enough? Is exercise alone enough? Okay. So hi, Sally Garcia. Good morning, Amy. Okay, good morning. Sally says that change and eat healthier. Stella says good morning. Okay, let me just continue. Can you out exercise a bad diet? How many of you think you can out exercise a bad diet? Right, raise your hand. Right, that means you can like not pay too much attention to your diet because you are very fit, because you run 3 times a week, because you go and do Ironman, you run marathons, right? Do you think you can? I am not talking about losing weight. I'm not talking about burning calories. You can eat all the calories and then burn it away through exercising, very rigorously, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about preventing, controlling diabetes, preventing, controlling high blood pressure. I am talking about preventing, controlling high cholesterol, reducing the risk of stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, complications of diabetes, blindness, amputation. I'm talking about all these chronic diseases and its complication. When we are dealing with that, when we are trying to achieve a lower risk of all these chronic diseases, is exercise alone enough? Is exercise alone enough to prevent and combat all these diseases? What do you think? Why am I even asking this? Because through my experience dealing with patients, coaching patients, all these years of running training programs or running coaching programs for people with diabetes, right? So I'm a medical doctor from Singapore. Hi to many of you who are new to me. Right? I'm a medical doctor from Singapore. I'm practicing medicine still on top of being very active on social media, on YouTube, and live streaming on Facebook, on top of running programs, designing programs for the community, designing programs for organizations. And recently, I even embarked on an effort to design a lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle change program for a church that through the cell groups. So that is my passion. My passion is, and my professional work is in coaching people to unlock the power of their lifestyle, to better control their blood sugar when they have diabetes, to better control their blood pressure when they have high blood pressure. No, use a lifestyle, change your diet, change of lifestyle to control their cholesterol, to lower the risk of heart attack, stroke, and the complications of the sun cow, the complications of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar. That is what I do. Right. So in my years of dealing with hundreds of patients, in all these years, almost a decade now, of dealing with in terms of participants in workshops and programs, or even talks that I conduct, I must have spoken to, run programs for more than almost close to, or maybe even more than 10,000 people. After talking to, interacting with, do Q&A with more than 10,000 people, what do I often find? Do I often find people with the perception that exercise alone is enough in preventing and combating diabetes? That means they say that, okay, I can continue what I eat. I still can control how I eat. I still can continue to eat unhealthily. I can still continue to eat my high sugar snack. I still can have a lot of sugar in my drinks and beverages because, I have a sweet tooth, right? But I now embark on an exercise regime. Are there many people who do that? And the question is, can a person continue to eat unhealthily just because he or she exercise regularly? Are there many people who think that way? My answer, yes. Lots of people, many people, majority of the people, right? I think intellectually, cognitively, if they think deeply about it, I think most people will agree that you cannot continue to eat unhealthily just because you exercise regularly. Most people would agree, right? If they confront it honestly, deal with this topic honestly, most people would agree. They will know. I think you can ask anybody. They do not need to be a healthcare professional. They do not need to be highly educated. I don't think a person needs to be highly educated or be in the medical field or in the healthcare field, right? To know that you cannot eat unhealthily, continue to eat unhealthily just because you exercise regularly. Most people would do that. But most people would, in a way, give themselves the excuse, consciously or unconsciously. Okay, I don't want to give up my favorite unhealthy snack. I do not want to give up my favorite unhealthy drink. I can just exercise. I will exercise more. I will show my family members, I show my friends, oh, I'm doing something responsible to tackle my blood pressure, to tackle my blood cholesterol, to tackle my unhealthy weight, or tackle whatever chronic disease, whatever chronic medical conditions that are lifestyle related that I may have. So a person would do that. I will exercise more, I will exercise more. But, right, they will, in a way, try not to think about the unhealthy diet. There are many people who think that way. There are many people who continue to eat unhealthily when they are diagnosed with diabetes, when they're diagnosed with high blood pressure, when they're diagnosed with high cholesterol. And they say, hey, doctor, I will exercise more. You see, nowadays, I start to have 10,000 steps. So nowadays, I go for join an exercise group 3 times a week. Right? Many people say that. Right? Many people say that. Many people say that I am exercising more. Right? I try to eat better, but they actually don't put in a lot of effort. They don't put in enough effort. Right? If a person has just been diagnosed with diabetes, okay, now imagine you are now in my clinic, in the doctor's clinic, you're in the GP clinic, in a family doctor's clinic, you are in an endocrinologist clinic, a patient, right, is sitting in front of you, right, in the clinic, in front of the doctor, and the doctor tells the patient, sir or ma'am, oh, your blood test shows that you have diabetes, or your blood test shows that you have high cholesterol, right, and you need to significantly, adequately, correctly improve and change your lifestyle. Ma'am, can you do so? Can I refer you to a dietitian? Can I refer you to a health coach? Or do you want me to personally guide you to this lifestyle change? Right? So imagine the person in this scenario, yeah? Let's do this scenario, a chit-chat here. In this scenario, a person is in a doctor's clinic and has been diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure, newly diagnosed. And the doctor says that, do you want to undergo a doctor, physician-led coaching program, or you prefer I can refer you to a dietitian, or I can refer you to a health coach, whatever, but do something. Do something to improve your lifestyle, because, right, you need to change your lifestyle. You need to improve your lifestyle, right, to tackle your raised blood sugar, your raised blood pressure, to raise the blood cholesterol. Do you think this person in the clinic, right, if he or she is only willing to do only one thing, only one aspect of the lifestyle, is he or she more likely to choose to exercise more, or would he or she be more likely to choose to eat healthier? Choose one. Don't be greedy. I say, oh, I'll do both. Right? Many of them would say, okay, I'll do one thing at a time. Okay, I can't tackle so many things at one go. Doctor, I will exercise more. Or would they say, doctor, I will start looking at my diet. What do you think? Right? Put in the comment section what you think. If a person has just been newly diagnosed with diabetic, to have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or whatever chronic diseases where lifestyle play a very important role, is this newly diagnosed patient, this person, more likely to choose to exercise more, or will this person be more likely to choose to eat healthier? What do you think? Right in the comment section. Okay, today I'm going to share my thoughts, then I go through the comments and I go and walk. Okay, I go mix up the sequence of my walk and talk, my walk and chat this morning. Hi, so many of you here. Right, so glad to see so many of you here. But I think the more important question I want to ask is, if you has just been diagnosed with diabetes or other lifestyle related, what would you choose? You personally, I'm not talking about imaginary scenario like we did just now. I'm talking about you. In this instance, if you have just been diagnosed with diabetes or high blood pressure or high cholesterol, okay, what would you choose to do? If you're going to choose one thing, okay, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about whether you are willing to do many things. I'm just, if you have to choose, no choice, you're forced to choose only one or the other. Okay, one or the other. Right? What would you choose? What would you choose? Would you choose to exercise more? Or would you choose to comprehensively, committedly, concertedly, go and review your diet? Oh, I'm eating too much sugar. I'm not eating enough vegetable. I'm having too much unhealthy oil. I'm having too much unhealthy carbohydrates. Right? Would you do that? Or would you choose to, okay, I'll start with one thing first. I'll start with exercise first. If you choose to start with one thing, what would you choose to do first? Okay, let's build a community here. If you are still haven't done so, say hi. What country you are from, comment, like, and share, so that more people can come into this live stream and we can have a conversation. All right. I think, as I said just now, most people are more likely to choose to exercise. Why? Why do most people choose to exercise more, right? And try to avoid, tackling their diabetes, tackling their diet, tackling, their blood. Okay, sorry, there's some typo here. I'm trying to deal with that. Right? Instead of tackling their diet, instead of cutting down the sugar in their diet, instead of eating more vegetable, instead of cutting out, the unhealthy, amount of unhealthy fats in the diet, right? why do people more likely to choose to exercise more? They try to avoid changing their diet. Why is it that most people do so? What do you think is the psychology of a person? I've seen so many over the years in my clinic, or when I run workshops, when I run programs, right? Oh, you're diabetic. Doctor, I exercise more. But yeah, you look at the diet. I look at the pictures of the food of my patients all the time, and many of them are still continue to eat badly. They say, doctor, but I have exercised more. No, nowadays I join an exercise group. So why do you think people are more likely to do so? Because most people think that eating healthy means a life of deprivation. Right? So if they're not in the state of desperation, they are not willing to consider wrongly what they consider wrongly to be a life of deprivation of joy, devoid of the joy of eating. So people, until they reach a severe state of health, a bad state of health, a severe state of chronic diseases, and they are in a state of desperation, then they will consider eating healthy, because they wrongly think that eating healthy is to live a life of deprivation. You follow what I'm saying here? People tend not to, even though they know, in their mind they know, all right, logically they know, I need to tackle my diet. But many people avoid doing that, even when they are newly diagnosed with diabetes, even when they are newly diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fatty liver, or whatever. Many people know that, most people, and almost all will know that diet is key, the foundation. They must tackle. And they also know, they admit, they will confess, I know there's so many aspects, the obvious ones, staring in their own eyes, right? Aspects of the diet that is not good, that they need to improve. Many people know that. Okay, most people will know that. They can see it, they are confronted with it, but most people will avoid tackling it because they're not desperate enough to consider what they wrongly perceive and think, right, to be a life of deprivation should they change their eating habits. That means eating healthy to them is a life of eating without joy, a life of giving up. So what is the first thing you must change in order to be able to change and improve your eating habits? In order to learn to eat healthier, what's the first thing you must change? The first thing you must change is to change your mindset. The mindset you must change is, number one, you can never out-exercise a bad diet. Number two, eating healthier does not mean a life of deprivation. Healthy eating in a way that's good for controlling your blood sugar, can be very enjoyable too. Can I let you into a secret? Shh. Can I let you into a secret? Shh. Are you ready for this secret? Again, many people do not know it, but it's a secret. Can I let you into this secret? This secret is, healthy eating can be very yummy too. Do you hear it? Healthy food can be very delicious too. A life of eating healthy, a life of eating foods that will not raise our blood sugar excessively, a life of eating foods that will not raise inflammation after every meal, a life of eating, right, foods that's good for maintaining our blood pressure, our blood cholesterol, not spike it after we eat. Right? A life of eating that can be very fun, can be very enjoyable too. Can you help me spread this secret around? Right? Those of you are tuning in, I just shared the secret with everybody. The secret is, healthy eating can be yummy too, can be absolutely delicious. And we need to change that, because many people wrongly think that to eat healthy, to change their diet in order to control their blood sugar, because they are newly diagnosed with diabetic, they have to change their diet in order to lower their blood pressure because they've been newly diagnosed to be hypertensive. Right? Many people think that, oh no, this is a lifelong disease. Diabetes is a lifelong disease. Many of chronic diseases are likely to be lifelong diseases that they need to continue to do better with. They continue to fight. Right? Many people know that, and therefore say, oh, if I use my lifestyle, especially my diet, to control my high blood sugar, to control my high blood pressure, to control my high cholesterol, which is likely to be lifelong, That means I need to give up my favorite unhealthy food for life. Then what am I left with? Am I left with a life of call, a call life, that means a poor thing, a lousy life, a life of deprivation, a life of no joy with food, right? So a lot of people have this wrong perception. So the first thing a person must change, if you belong to that, right? The first thing you must change in order to change your eating habits, to eat healthier, to beat your diabetes, to control your diabetes, to reduce your diabetes, to retard your diabetes, to prevent, control, retard, reduce high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fatty liver, obesity, and all other lifestyle-related chronic diseases. You want to prevent, control, retard, reverse them, and you need to change your diet. The first thing you must do is to change your mind. You need to change your mindset. Number one, you can never, you can never out-exercise a bad diet. You can never. Exercise alone is never enough. Never enough, right? To prevent, or to control, to combat all these conditions is never enough. And you cannot, no, you cannot continue to eat unhealthily just because you go to the gym 3 times a week, just because you go for a walk every day, just because you are a marathoner. No way. Okay, you cannot continue, right, to do that, right? So would you agree with me on that? Yeah, there's so many people here, and I didn't have time, because I was talking, to go into the comments. So right now, you are new here. I'm Dr. Chan. I'm a medical doctor from Singapore. Join to today's conversation. Right, whereby we talk about the power of a lifestyle as habits, and in particular, we're talking about, can one out exercise a bad diet in order to control their diabetes, control their high blood pressure, to control their high cholesterol. Okay, and we have so many people. Thank you. Right. Good morning to Amy. Right. And Sally says that we need to change and eat healthier too. We cannot just afford, to exercise more. And Stella say morning. And Johnny, very cute here. I agree. Kichu. Kichu means raise your hand. Jiso. Kichu. Raise your hands if you agree. No, you can use an emoticon, you can use a thumbs up, you can just say Kichu, I think it's fun. Just continue to do that. And Esther agreed that she does not think one can out exercise a bad diet. And Amy Chua says that exercise, right, is not enough and need to eat healthier. You need to do both. Obviously, you need to do both. Right? Join the conversation, write your comments, say hi. Jaslyn says, good morning. Exercise is not enough. We need to watch our diet, and the type of food that we eat. Absolutely. A diet is our foundation, right? The diet is our foundation. And Amy says that controlling of diet is critical, it's very important. Angie, is honesty. I think what you mean is honesty. We need to confront, what we are facing honestly. We need to be honest to ourselves, right? If we know that we are already eating badly, right? If we know, right, that our diet is contributing to our blood sugar, if we know, right, that our diet is contributing to our blood pressure, our fatty liver, we must confront it honestly, right? We must confront it honestly. And I think that's what Amy, right, or who was that was saying, like controlling on diet, and Angie is saying that honesty is the word. Okay? We need to confront it honestly, right? If we are eating badly, let's confront it honestly. My kia, don't be afraid, don't fear, don't stress, relax, chill out, my kanchong, you are okay. Eating healthy, because I shared with everybody a secret just now. Eating healthy can be very yummy too. Would you agree? Eating healthy, eating in a way, eating foods that is good for your body, eating foods that will love your pancreas, eating food that will love your liver, eating food that will give love to your body, nourish your body, protect it from excessive spike of blood sugar, food that will protect you from excessive spike of inflammation after you eat it, excessive spike of blood sugar, excessive spike of high triglyceride, excessive spike of anything after a meal is always not going to be good. Food that is good for our body, food that will love our body can be very yummy too. So our goal is to learn to love foods that will love us back. Love foods that will love us back. Would you do that? Angie say good morning to all. Right, Linda shares, right, that eating healthily is also in my body. It's an individual choice. Absolutely, everything is an individual choice. But we must, not let our denial, misconception, right, to make us regret the choice that we could have made, when we were younger. I've seen so many patients in my clinic when I help them control their blood sugar, blood cholesterol, blood pressure through diet change. So what I do is that I'll see them for a period of 3 months to 6 months in my clinic, and we'll spend about an hour each time. I will see my patients once every 2 weeks or so, and we'll review their diet. I will review their lifestyle, you know, and but at the beginning, I will ask them, what is your goal? And at the end, I will ask them, what are your thoughts after going through this? And many of them, after going through a lifestyle change period and seen improvement in their blood sugar, seen improvement in their blood cholesterol, and then seen improvement to their health through lifestyle change, a common thing that they would share with me, their 感触, their 感想, their reflections, right, would be that, Doctor, how I wish I had started tackling my lifestyle earlier. How I wish I had chosen to tackle my diet earlier. Then my diabetes would not be so severe, would not have been so advanced. Right. So even though it's an individual choice, let us raise the awareness so that people can make individually a more informed, more honest choice. And then that's my point. I absolutely agree. And good morning to you, Christy. Good morning. And Jessie is saying morning from New Zealand. Jessie is saying morning from New Zealand. And Angie says that younger one will choose to exercise more. Not just the younger ones, if I show you around this park here where I am, all right, you can see a lot of older elderly folks. Many people are into exercise, but I can be very sure if I follow all these people after their morning walk in their groups, order the exercise, and I follow them to the hawker center, they're likely to be gathering over quite unhealthy food. Yeah. So younger ones will always choose to exercise more because they are able to, they enjoy being so, and it's very hip to exercise more. Right? It's very hip to be seen in exercise gear, in your leotard, in your exercise gear. Right? It's very hip to say, I'm going for the gym, I work out. It's very hip, it's very cool. Right? But it's not cool to be conscious of healthy food. Right? Not as cool. And Sandra say good morning, Cheng Lian say good morning to you too. Right? And Jessie, shares that she is facing a challenge and press on, 加油, do whatever you can, work closely with your doctor, Jessie, right, to do everything you can. Amy says, change diet immediately, right. Khadija will say, will choose to exercise more, and which is quite common, right, right. And Jennifer say, will choose to exercise. If given the choice of exercise more or changing the diet, Jennifer said that she would choose to exercise more, right. And Khadija also says, will choose to exercise more, and which is quite common, which is a right. And Noraini says that you do both, you exercise and change diet at the same time. Noraini, you're in a minority. Of course, most people will change the diet a little bit, but not as much as they say, I'll exercise more. I'll continue to, have xiu dai in my coffee. I continue to have a little bit of sugar in my coffee. I continue to enjoy my ice cream once a day. I used to have it, 2 times a day. Right now, I only have it once. So many people will say they change their diet, but not as much as they would tackle, the exercise. They say that my exercise mitigate my exercise, right, will help me control, right, enough so that I can get away with eating badly. Johnny say exercise more and eat moderately. Can I disagree with you, Johnny? It's not about eating moderately. It's not about eating things in moderation. It's for eating correctly. Eating correctly versus eating moderately. Sometimes it's a little bit different. We can eat moderately bad things, and then we get moderately severe disease. We eat moderately high sugar things, then we have moderately poor control of blood sugar. Eating moderately, right? I think more importantly, we need to encourage people to eat correctly. Right? A lot of people say, okay, everything in moderation. That means the bad things I don't try my best to avoid. The good things I don't try fully to do. Okay, so that's my view. You may disagree. Sandra says that nowadays a lot of new restaurants, have high sugar, high uh, 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 food around, right? And people have more earning power. They want to give themselves a treat, making healthy eating very tough, very tough. Angie, not too sure which you agree with, but thanks for the agreement, right? And Mayok, good morning to you. And Khadija agree as well. Jesse, decided to change your lifestyle by eating much healthier food, lots of yummy vegetable, cut down on sugar, and started exercising. And I'm very happy where you are now, Jesse. Right? We have said this before, Jesse. I would like to interview you. Would you like to come on my show, come on my live stream, and share your story? I do not know your full story, right? Come on to a show. We can do a pre-recording. I interview you. We have a chit chat, and you share your story about how you change your lifestyle, how you decided to take charge of your lifestyle, eat healthier, cut down on sugar, started eating more vegetable, started exercising, right? So would you like to come onto my show? Would you like to be interviewed so that I can, share your interview, right, with people on Facebook, on YouTube, so that more people get encouraged, more people get waken up, more people will wake up their ideas, more people will get motivated to start doing the same like you. Okay, Jesse, I will find some ways to ask my team, ask my people, including myself. I'll try to somehow PM you and contact you, right, invite you to my show and to have an interview. Are you willing to do that, Jesse? Because I think it'll be a wonderful sharing, because people are tired of hearing from me. Are you tired of hearing from me, nagging, reminding? Right? If you're tired of this nagging from Dr. Chan, raise your hands. It's okay. It's a democratic. Let's have the good and the bad feedback here. If you're tired of my nagging, write in the comment section too. Right. And that's why I'm thinking of inviting any of you. Any of you have a good story to tell, a good, positive, encouraging story to tell, or lifestyle change in combating, controlling blood sugar, blood cholesterol, diabetes, or any condition, right? Any lifestyle change, a good story to tell that will encourage people, right? I'll be happy to interview you, and if it's appropriate, I would be happy to share, because we need to build a community. We need to change people's minds, regardless of whether you are watching this from New Zealand, from Singapore, from Malaysia, from Thailand, from Philippines, from United States, from Europe, from Italy, from Nigeria, from Switzerland, from Canada, because these are all the people who have said in the comments that, oh, doctor, I'm from this place, so and so, right? Norani say yes. Belinda say good morning, right? Faith will say good morning. You're walking. Right? Exercise alone is not enough, and Jesse love the secret I share. Those of you who miss it, the secret that I shared just now, the secret that I'm sharing. You know a secret. I want to share a secret with you. Right? I want to share a secret with you. The secret is that Jesse loves. The secret that I shared just now. The secret is healthy food can be very yummy too. You know that's the secret here again. Healthy food, food that will not raise our blood sugar, food that will help us prevent diabetes complication, food that will help us retard and reduce the progression of diabetes. Such food can be very yummy too. And it's a secret that many people did not realize. It's a secret that many people did not realize. Edwina say good morning to all. Noraini says that eating healthily is yummy. It can be expensive sometimes. Yes, it can be expensive. You know why? Supply and demand. Noraini, if you do not know, I used to run a restaurant, right? And it's all run by economics, And for me, I struggled for 5 years trying to serve healthy food to change people's minds. The demand is not there. People are not willing to pay for it. People are willing to pay $15 for a plate of pasta with very little of anything, just pasta with some stuff, right? But you cook a nice dish, painstakingly, not cheap ingredients or wholesome vegetables, and charge the same $15. People will protest. Wow, doctor, it's so expensive. So people are not willing. There's no demand. When demand is low, right, supply become costly. That's why we need to change the movement. We need to improve the demand. Start asking for, start buying, start paying for, right, healthy food, right, and the healthy food supply will become more and more. Just like you can see, plant-based food nowadays are getting more mainstream. Plant-based food options in restaurants are getting more and more and getting cheaper, right, getting more interesting, getting more, because the demand is there, right. And Edwina says, suddenly you think of this sentence, what we don't like to eat, right, equal to, so whatever you, let me think what it means. Whatever we don't like to eat equal in a way more good for health. I may not agree. Things that are good for health need not necessary. While the sun is getting to my eyes, let me move a little bit. Right, Abu Rama. Right, let me forgive me. So many people joining, and I recognize you are regular. Thank you for your support. You are from New York, are you? Right, Abu Rama. Right, Miyo. Thank you, thank you. Both exercise and healthy eating is important. Right, Abu Rama will say that more healthy greens. Right. Aaron asked, what's my favorite healthy meal? My favorite healthy meal is any meal that is low in sugar or zero sugar. My healthy meal is any meal, right, that is whole food, not processed food. Not, I want to eat food made from ingredients with nothing added, nothing removed. I do not like to buy food with packaging, with ingredient listing and labeling or healthy food labeling. Let us buy more from the produce house. I would like to eat food that are whole. Right. I like to eat cauliflower, looking like cauliflower. I can see it. I like to eat, any meat or ingredient or I don't eat any ingredients, any right that are whole, not processed. Okay, that is a very good start. And Jesse would be honored to come onto my live stream to be interviewed. So what I was sharing just now, for those of you who have missed it, right, was that Jesse so kindly shared that, since she was diagnosed, right, with a chronic condition, like one of those chronic conditions, diabetes or whatever, that Jessie changed her lifestyle by eating much healthier and had lots of yummy vegetable, cut down on sugar and started exercising. And she is much happier where she is now. And I invited her, right, that I will, if she agree, that I will arrange for her to be interviewed online, right, make a video, right, and then we'll share it in the live stream. I'll share it, and she says that she'll be happy to do so. So you also, if you have a story to tell to encourage other people, right, let me know, right, a good story to tell about lifestyle change, right, that help transform your health, let me know. All right, thank you, Abrama. Good morning to Van Ho. Good morning. All right, Esther, agree, right. What food can be healthy and yummy? Any food that start with simple things, okay? Because everybody is different, and then everybody has different medical conditions and different aspect of their diet that need to be changed. But in general, as a rule of thumb, right, eat whole food, plant strong food. Whether you're vegetarian, you're vegan, or whether you're a meat lover, make sure you have wholesome food, plant strong food, low in sugar, minimally start with that. And then of course you are able to do a one-to-one with your dietitian, one-to-one with your health coach, one-to-one with your doctor. Then they can go into the specific of how to tackle that. And Edwina says true healthy eating is very, very expensive. Khatija, thank you very much. You gave me a little bit of confidence because I'm beginning to feel like old neck. Khadija says that I'm a much needed neck, because just now I did ask in the stream, am I being naggy, always nagging? Every opportunity I get, whenever I'm exercising, whenever I'm having coffee, I'm always nagging at people. And Faith Wong asked, what are some of the yummy food that are equally healthy? Healthy food are equally yummy. Palate is very subjective. What is yummy to you may not be yummy to another person. Healthy food, in terms of a general, application for most people, as I said earlier, anything that is not ultra processed, not out processed food, choose whole food that is plant strong, minimally added, minimally reduced from it, nothing added, nothing, not produced food, not take your food from the farms, not the factories, take your food from a produce house, not the product house, right? And if you have a specific medical condition, whether high blood pressure, high blood sugar, of course, you need to tweak it, right, to your individual needs and challenges. But as a rule of thumb for everybody, as a public advocacy, eat whole food, get plant stronger. Right? Yes. Yeah. Oh, I got it right. Rama from New York. Jacinta said thank you. I thank you too. Aaron said thank you. Right. Randy agree. Understand supply and demand. Still need to buy though. Healthy meal can be pricey. Yeah, so we need to find ways to overcome that. Whether we tapao, whether we bring some vegetables, even as go out to eat, whether we bring some home food, we need to overcome the environment and not wait for the environment to overcome us. Right? Do you hear what I shared just now? Right? Quotable quote maybe. We need to overcome the environment, the F&B environment, right? The food manufactured food environment, the supermarket environment, which are generally not helpful in promoting healthy eating. The environment is not helpful, but we must overcome that. There's very poor supply because there's in general public, there's very poor demand. So healthy food can be very expensive. So there's the environment issue. We cannot wait. We cannot petition the government or organize the society to change the environment. We can do that, but it'll take a long time, right? It may be too late. These environmental adverse factors may overcome us in the meantime. So don't wait to change the environment, right? Don't wait to change the environment. You must overcome the constraints posed by environment and not wait till the environment overcome us, right, by the advent of chronic diseases like diabetes and all the other chronic diseases. Okay. Sometimes food may be healthy in the way that's cooked, prepared. Absolutely. Now, food, there are many ways, aspects. So that's why when you go for a course, go for coaching from the health coach, whichever country you're from, New York, you're from Australia, from New Zealand, for wherever, and you have a health coach, you have a doctor who's a lifestyle medicine doctor who will help you, right? And this person would then have to look into your individual case. Let's not talk about in very generic term, talk about your individual case and help you specifically, not just give you an idea of what you should do, but also how to do it. And that's part of the whole process of lifestyle as medicine. All right, Noreen agree that not processed food, at least start with whole food. Right, we start with eat real food, right? Not manufactured food. Okay, and Aaron loves to eat fresh fish and fresh vegetable, and that's a very good start, right? That's a very good start. Yeah. So I'm glad to keep the conversation going. So today the topic that I spoke about, right, for those who just joined in, right, was that is, can you out exercise a bad diet? Is exercise alone enough to prevent and combat diabetes? Can a person continue to eat unhealthily just because he or she exercise regularly? Are there many people who think that way? The answer is yes, many people think that way. If a person has just been diagnosed with diabetes or any chronic diseases, do you think a person is more likely to choose to exercise instead of changing their diet? If you just tuned in and you have just been diagnosed with diabetes and you're choosing to exercise more only and not tackling enough your diet, can I challenge you to change your mind? Right? That was what we talked about, right? And the first thing that a person must change their mindset. A person must change their mindset to start eating healthy. Number one can never out-exercise a bad diet. Never. Number two is a secret. Number two is a secret that I just shared just now. The secret that I just shared just now was healthy eating can be yummy too. Right? It does not come intuitively. It's not easy. It's not easy to find in the community, but it can be done. Absolutely, it can be done. Noraini shares that she can bring salad, keep in the office fridge. Yeah, I can do something to overcome the environment. Like Amy Chua that says that she loves eating fish and vegetables. Right, Juliana, right? Okay. So Julieta Tan says that, oh, are there really vegetables that can specifically contain the needed boost? I think we are approaching diet in the wrong way. We're approaching food as if they are medication. Food as medicine is very different from food as medication. Medication is isolated, active compound. And that means, high blood pressure, they contain whatever blood pressure medicine you're on. Right? They contain 1 or 2 or 3 at most active compounds. And you reduce, isolate it. Right? That's medication. Right? But food as medication, often people say that, oh, potassium in banana, a special compound in bitter gourd will help us control this. Bitter gourd will help control blood sugar. Banana will help control blood pressure because of this compound, because of this nutrient, because of this vitamin, because of this mineral. That is a very reductionist approach, right? Which is not ideal, which is not helpful. Right? Can we approach it from our diet? Right? A diet of avoiding sugar, a diet of having more vegetable, a diet of avoiding ultra processed food, right? And of course, specifically And with regards to, your specific conditions that you need to tackle, then work with your doctor, work with your dietitian, work with your lifestyle coach, right? Then we can do something about that. Okay, so would you now join me for a walk? Right, I sat here for so long and I've yet to start my walk. Right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Chan. I'm a medical doctor from Singapore, and every day as I walk, I like to talk. Right. Today I talk more than I walk. Right. So join me and walk. Right. Join me to unlock the power of a healthy lifestyle habits. Let's join me to walk. Right. And unlock the power of our daily walking habit as medicine to prevent and combat diabetes. Are you having your morning walk now? Right? Are you having your morning walk now? Right? Do you have a habit of a daily morning walk? So just now, this morning, right, as for my morning walk, I wanted to talk about diabetes. I want to talk about high blood pressure, high cholesterol, whether one can depend only on exercise to control blood pressure. Can one depend on exercise alone, right? Exercising more alone to improve the blood sugar control. Can a person, right? Can a person out exercise a bad diet? Yes or no? And that was the question I wanted to ask right this morning. Okay, this morning as so the question was, can you out exercise a bad diet? Okay, I'm exercising now. I'm going about my regular daily walk, and I want to invite you to join me and let's walk and chat. Right, continue to have this conversation as we build this community. Right, is exercise alone enough? Right, in the comments, if you share, right, say where you are from. Okay, and if a person has just been diagnosed to have diabetes, right, do you think a person is more likely to tackle the exercise or tackle their diet? Okay, in my experience, most people are likely to tackle their exercise because most people are not willing to contemplate having to give up, having to change, right? They are obviously unhealthy eating habits, they're obviously unhealthy foods that they have grown to love and are used to. So that's the challenge that many people have, and that's why I shared the secret just now. The secret was healthy food can be very healthy food can be absolutely yummy too. Okay. And Florence say, you take kopi o kosong, right? And mix with powder. Some would say, I always exercise alone. Right? Noraini say you walk 3 times a week, mostly in the morning. Yes, do your walking in the morning if you can manage it. Right? Any of you want to guess why it is useful, right, to walk in the morning? Right? If you can help it, of course, if you can only walk in the evening, can't be helped, so be it. But you can arrange in your schedule to walk in the morning. What are the benefits of walking in the morning, right, over walking in the evening? Right? If you're only able to walk once a day for a short walk, half an hour or whatever, right? Would you choose to walk in the morning or will you choose to walk at night? Chan Fan Ho says that you're walking now. Great, let's walk together. Right, Catherine say good morning. Good morning to you too. Right. Yeah. Good morning to all of you. Okay. So what is the benefits, right, of walking in the morning? Right. And Amy says morning sun is good. And Angie, I think, must have heard me nag enough about the wonders, right, of walking in the morning, and that is the gentle morning sun. The gentle morning sun helps with our circadian rhythm, right? Our body clock, right? That can be very powerful. Okay, that's very powerful. Very powerful circadian rhythm. Will affect a lot of our body physiology, right? Including our metabolism, including how we handle our food for the course of a day. Circadian rhythm, right, is something that will affect us in ways that we may not realize. Right. So every morning, right, when we walk and we are exposed to the gentle morning sun at the same time every morning, that is like calibrating, fine-tuning our bodily clock, our body clock, our circadian rhythm. Right. So if you can help it, right, walk in the morning if you can. You don't need to run. You don't need to, you know, go for brisk walk if you cannot. You don't need to walk, you know, for an hour if you cannot. If you are medically fit, if your doctor clear you for walking, right, get out to the outdoors, get out to the nature and enjoy the morning sun, right? For those who have joined me now, just now, you know, right now I'm on my walking segment, right, where I chit chat with everybody. You know, I have just spoken about, you know, the difference between exercise and diet. Why one can never out exercise a bad diet, especially in controlling, you know, diabetes, controlling other chronic diseases, right? But so if you have not watched that, rewind later when this is in replay, rewind later to the beginning and share in that conversation. Right? Florence shared that do Qigong Tai Chi Monday to Friday, and then Saturday is brisk walking. Right? Whether you do Qigong Tai Chi or weights, right? Put some walking into your schedule, into your regimen. Right? Faith Wong, whether late afternoon exercise is okay. Any exercise is good if it's done safely, adequate, and appropriately, right? But I'm saying that if you do morning exercise, exposure to the gentle morning sun, there's an added bonus. Yeah, let's see what exercising in the morning as an added bonus, right? In improving our sleep, improving, you know, the many other aspects of it. Jesse says that in walking in the morning, have fresher air, right? Abu Rama says that the morning dew is also very good for us, right? Faith Wong, right, says that morning difficult to walk because you need to go to office, right? Then if you can, those of you, not everybody can do so, right? But you can, you know, maybe might even want to consider, you know, going for a walk at 6:30 in the morning, 7 before the sun, and then be able to see a little bit of the sunrise, you know, and then go back and change and get back to work. You know, whatever your schedule allow, right? No judgment, no condemnation, but all of us got encouragement, right, for one another to do our best, right? And Angie says that, right, doing the morning, right, will be walking in the morning, help us start the day right. And Jesse say the vitamin D from the morning sunshine. Okay, morning. And Brenda Andrews, right, saying hello all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia. Hi, Brenda. What time is it now in Vancouver? Sorry, my work clock time as I'm walking, not so sharp, yeah. Not able to like, oh, what's the timing now? What's the time now? So nice of you to have people from all over, from New Zealand, from New York, right now from Vancouver, from Malaysia, from Philippines, right, from Nigeria. There were people from Barbados, Trinidad, you know, watching this live stream. Let's build this community. Let's encourage one another. Are you doing a morning walk now? Are you doing a morning walk? Right. Good morning. Good morning to you. Right. Good morning. And then we have Xiao Chia, Xiao Chiu. Right. Wake up in the early morning. This morning completed a 9 km jog. Wow, you've done more than me. You walk at 4:30 in the morning, right? And presently at Dalat Highlands. Where is Dalat Highlands? This morning you completed a 9 km walk. Wow. 9 km jog. And presently you are at Dalat Highlands. Where is Dalat Highlands? Forgive me for my poor geography. Yeah. So where is good morning to you? At what time in the morning? Anytime in the morning, preferably early enough. That means even at this time, not 8:40, the sun is a little bit stronger, right? But I would like 7 a.m. when the sun breaks, you know, the first rays of the sunshine, very gentle, good, quiet start to the day. Wow, I love it, right? No, Rainy loves morning walk, 80% morning walk versus 10% of evening walk or gym. Thumbs up, Noraini. Right, thumbs up to you. Okay. Elena says that I want to wish everybody a very good morning. And Abu Rama says that walk in early in the morning, oxygen from the trees. Right. Not just morning when we are surrounded by trees. Right. How many of you, like you if you have time, do go and watch one of my older videos, right? Where I shared about how to improve, you know, the benefits from a walk. Right? One of the ways we could do that is to walk amongst trees. Right? Walk amongst trees. Like the Japanese have this thing called forest bathing. Right? And then it's not just woolly stuff. Right? There are even efforts to scientifically study the benefits to health to be amongst nature, to be in the outdoors, to be amongst trees, including the boost in killer cells, the boost in our immunity. Right? So there are scientific studies, efforts to go and examine, investigate the benefits, and there are suggestions, right, to give us the encouragement to regularly get amongst trees. Right, that is not just good for our eyes. Many people say that I go amongst trees, green trees, it's good for my eyes, right? Retard the progression of myopia. A lot of people say that. But to me, to be amongst trees is good for the body physiologically. Right? There are things that happens when you're amongst trees. Right? I shan't go deeply into this. I have a video on forest bathing. Go to my YouTube channel, and then you can see that if you want to. Right? On forest bathing, it's like there are suggestions, and why not? Even if science do not fully understand it, right? We certainly would enjoy being in outdoor. And if there's a physiological benefits to the immunity and all, why not added bonus? Okay, that will be an added bonus. So to be amongst trees, first, it's good for the body. Second, it's good for the soul and the mind. Right? To be amongst trees, we see the beauty that nature is created. That whatever your faith is, or you do not have a religion, for many of us who believe that this world, including the trees, are all lovingly created. And we walk amongst trees, there's this sense of awe, this sense of gratitude, this sense of appreciation of this beautiful world, including the beautiful trees that we have. So it's very good for soul, very good for mind, right, to be amongst trees. Okay, so walk amongst trees. Okay, if you can't help it, walk in concrete jungle, can't be helped, we get out, do the best that we can. Right? Or you walk on a treadmill at home, but we can walk amongst trees, be exposed to the morning sun, and then to be amongst trees. Wow, body, soul, and the mind, right? Get a boost. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, Noraini said yesterday you did a walk before going to office and will do so the next morning again. Right, wonderful. Okay, and Faith Wong shares that you're from Singapore. Hi, Faith. Good morning to you. Right, and Faith says that okay, we'll try to do morning walk from now onwards. Right, do it safely. Like Faith, I do not know you. I only see you on Facebook, with a profile picture. I do not know. I'm a doctor, but not any of the personal doctor of any of you. So whatever I share, should be taken as education that you can use to consider. But you should make any significant changes to your lifestyle or your diet, right? That's very significant, very drastic. Please consult your doctor. Please work closely with your doctor, your dietitian, your health coach. Yeah, right. Good faith that begin to consider like doing morning walk from now on. Let's tell you. Let's encourage one another. Walk with us. Walk with me virtually, online, at the same time, every day, if possible. Like lately, right, Edwina prefer to walk, at the stadium. I seeing people of different age groups, uncles using walking stick, right, also walking. Right? Encouraging, isn't it? Isn't it wonderful to see community of people, walking community of people loving nature, right, loving, all this effort, right, to, let me just remove this, yeah. Okay, isn't it wonderful? Yeah, so Aaron says that most happy surrounded by forests along a stream fishing for dinner. Aaron, where are you from? Don't make us jealous. Aaron, you are making many of the other viewers here, right? As particularly those of us in Singapore, we don't have a river to stream fishing from. We don't have a stream to go to fish for dinner. Not easily. No, not easy for us to find that. Like we can go to the sea to fish, and not many of us will do that. But we don't have a forest along a stream fishing for dinner. You're making me jealous, Aaron, with how blessed you are to be in a place surrounded by forests, and you have a stream there that you can fish for your own dinner. Wow, Right, where are you from? Share with us. Let's build a community and say hello to each other. Right, Rama talk about forest bathing. Right, Rama talk about forest bathing. Yes, forest bathing is a Japanese term. Of course, can use for other people, but I think it popularized or even originated from Japan. That people actually go and spend time in the forest intentionally for health. Right, that means to soak in the forest air, the trees, you know, and there were actually studies even in Japan that shows that people who do their walks amongst trees have a greater boost, right, in immunity, right, than people who do their walks, right, in concrete jungles without trees. They even did that. Yeah, I did a video on forest bathing on YouTube. I did a video. All right, go and search that and look for it. Okay, look for that. Aaron, you are from Northern California. Good morning to you, Aaron, or afternoon. Yeah, maybe. Right, so, right, so great. Good, nice to have people from California, from Vancouver, from Malaysia, from all over the world, right, sharing and saying hi. Okay, Edwina said, when you see Uncle walking stick walk at stadium, makes you think that he who has challenges with health and yet making the effort to preserve his or her health is making so much effort when the health is already challenged. How much more those of us who still have relatively good health, how much more we should, treasure that. Now, Raini, I'm sure you are like me, just as jealous. No, I'm referring to being jealous of Aaron, who shared that. He frequently and he enjoys going to the forest and fishing by the stream, right? Fishing for dinner. Yes, I do that too. Rama says that we'll try to go to botanical gardens, right, and walk amongst trees. Yes, please do that. Please get yourself right amongst trees and amongst nature. Right, it's always beneficial. Right. Faith, where is this place? I'm here at Bishan Park. And I go to many places to walk, but currently this place is Bishan Park. Yes, do come up and say hi. Have many people say hi to me, even these few days, have people coming up to me, introduce themselves, right? And I even look forward to interviewing Jessie from New Zealand, who I do not know personally. I only know through the live stream. And Jessie says that, she has changed her lifestyle, right? She has improved her diet and have much better health. And I wanted to interview her, on video, right? So that to use that video to encourage and share with other people and to motivate people, to encourage people to improve, to start making changes to their lifestyle. Udaya, Lakshmi, good morning to you. Right, are you doing your morning walk? Right. Oraini say one of the best places is botanical gardens, right, and can only do it on Sunday, right, and only do it on Sunday. Good morning to everybody here. Right. Yes, it is a beautiful day. And those of us who woke up today, the first thing you can do, can I encourage one another? Can I encourage you to join me to give thanks? To be thankful for waking up today. To be thankful for being able to get out of bed on our own today. To be thankful for being able to get out of the house today. To be thankful for being able to clothe ourselves, to feed ourselves, to move about independently on our own today. Let's treasure and be thankful for the health that we still have. Can we do that? Start the day with a heart of thankfulness. Can we all start the day with a heart of reflecting on the things we can be thankful for, which are precious and we should never take for granted? Our ability to walk, right? Our ability to walk is precious. You don't know it until you lose it. You agree? Right? How many of you agree? Our ability to walk, steadily, our ability to walk independently without any assistance from either walking assistance equipment or assistance from a carer. The ability to walk is precious. How many of you would agree with me? The ability to walk is precious. And don't you agree that to be able to walk is so precious that when we wake up every morning and we are able to walk independently on our own, can we wake up being thankful, give thanks and being thankful? And then with that thankful heart, we will then get reminded that we should treasure and honor this gift by doing everything that we can to preserve it for as long as possible. That means we are thankful for, we recognize that being able to walk independently is precious. And we are thankful for that every morning when we wake up and we are able to walk. And we give thanks for that. And then we remind ourselves not to take it for granted. And we remind ourselves, right, to do everything we can to preserve our ability to walk on our own for as long as possible. For as long as possible. Right. And I'm so grateful that so many of you, Angie, agrees that she's thankful. Udaya is thankful. Always forget to be thankful. Me too. All of us are often, when nothing happens, we take things for granted. When something happens, we all cry out for help, right? And then we are thankful for being saved from a crisis, right? Saved from an emergency, but we often forget, right, to be thankful for not being in a crisis. We will often forget, right, to be thankful for not being in a bad situation. We often are thankful for miracles. We are thankful for being, helped, being saved from a bad situation, whether health or otherwise. But we are often not reminding ourselves, not thankful enough for being able to wake up in a day that is without a problem, without accident, without an emergency, that we are forget to be thankful for the ability to walk. Right? Amy says that you're always thankful every morning, right, for waking up. And I do that too, I agree. Faith agrees, Amy agrees, right, that right, Edwina agrees that to be able to walk without assistance is a gift. It's a gift that we should never take for granted. Right? It's not just great, it's precious. In Chinese, I always tell people, 我们的目的不只是活到老学到老，我的目的应该是活到老，自己稳稳的走到老。Okay, so what I just said was that our goal is not about lifelong learning as we age, to learn even as we age. Right? Our goal is to walk till the last days of our life. Right? 活到老，自己稳稳的走到老。Khadija agreed that walking is precious. Jim Tan agrees as well. Jim Tan agrees. May Yok agrees, right, that we should not take walking for granted. So let's walk every day. Let's encourage one another to build a habit of a daily morning walk, right? Because life is precious. Life is so precious, and health is wealth. Health is such a precious gift that can be so fragile and transient, and we often take it for granted. Can we encourage one another not to take health for granted? Right? You, I, everybody. Right? None of us, right, can ever escape the challenges, the ravages of age and health problems. All of us would have some health problems to some degree at some point in our life. But our goal is to delay that, reduce that, minimize that as much as possible. That by the grace of God, that all of us have the strength, have the ability, have the motivation, have the support, have the encouragement, have the community to help us improve, control our lifestyle, change bad lifestyle if necessary, improve aspects of lifestyle, diet, exercise if necessary, so that we continue to be able to preserve, so that we can continue to maintain, protect this health that we are gifted with, that we should never be taking for granted. Farida, right, agrees that we should never take health for granted, that being able to walk is a precious gift. Waking up in the morning to be able to walk is a gift that we should be thankful for. Right? Edwina, I want to be thankful to be able to walk and eat. Right? And that's precious. That's precious. Farida, yes, let's remind one another. Don't thank me. I want to thank you for joining in my this walk. Right? I want to thank you for being part of this community. Okay, thank you. Right? And Abu Rama says, eat healthy and sleep better. Absolutely. You know, that's something that we should all aim to do. We should all aim to look at few key pillars of our health, and not just eating healthy and sleeping better. Our physical activity, our diet, our sleep patterns, our stress management, and number 5, our social connections. To remain socially connected, to be amongst friends. And one of the things my wife and I have been talking about, right, as I live stream, one of the things that my wife and I reviewed, my wife is so beautiful and such a supportive woman, right? And she'll support me even if right now she's somewhere walking in the park alone without me, right? Because I'm live streaming, right? And she understands, right? And she encourages me, and she tells me that actually she noticed, and I noticed too, this community that we are building here is so precious. That I have seen so many people encouraged in this community. I've seen so many people at least get socially connected in this community of earnest, of sincere people who share this shared goal of wanting to live not just long life but long healthy life, who have this sincerity, desire to be encouragement to one another. Right. And my wife reminded me and encouraged me to press on with this live streaming, even though it takes effort and time, even though at times I get discouraged because nobody is watching, nobody is liking and sharing. I seem to be talking to the phone, talking to myself, 自言自语, right? Look a bit funny. People look at me with weird looks. Now people in the park are looking at me. Who is this person always walking around? This old man, thinking that he's a influencer, live streaming with a gimbal, with a phone, with a microphone. See, right? So people are looking at me strangely. This weird guy, every morning walking around, always having a phone, talking. Who does he think it is? Old men still want to play young games, young people's games. I get discouraged. I'm human. Can I confess I'm human? But my wife reminded me recently that even people whom you will never see, even people who will never participate in any of our events or workshops, or we never connect in any real way, we never even know they exist. Right? Many people will get a bit of that social connections just by tuning into the live stream, to be able to chat, right? To be able to see other people share of other people being connected. Okay, so that was a reminder and that was an encouragement that I got, right? That Aru Rama, right? It is not just about eating healthy, sleeping better, exercising more, and managing our stress, but it's also about social connection. And in this community in itself, right, is a beautiful social connection. Garrington Jane said, "Good day, nice to be connected." Yeah, can everybody say hi? Everybody say, share where you are, build this community. There are other people watching this who might be isolated at home. There are other people who are watching this who is feeling lonely, right? Morale low. But they'll be happy to see people saying hi. They'll be so encouraged, so feel more connected, not so isolated, just by hearing people, strangers from different parts of the world, saying hi, sharing good wishes, saying words of blessings to one another. That can be so encouraging to people. Would you help me to do that? And Khadija said, no amount of money could be equivalent to good health. Money cannot buy us good health. Many people, when they are faced with bad health, they are more than willing to give up all the wealth in the world, all the money they have in the world. They are more than willing to give up that. Yeah. And Mayok, I thank you, Mayok. Right. What prompted me to do this group? I'm no. Now don't see me as anything special. I think you, in my position, you would do so, right? I'm a very purpose, mission-driven person. That's how I have been all my life. But in the last 10 years of my life,
No, other than being a doctor, I've also been a chef. I've also been involved in teaching, educating people in terms of lifestyle. But what I found is I'm saddened. It disturbs me a lot whenever I see people in a very bad state of health that could actually have been avoided if only they had improved their lifestyle, changed their eating habits earlier. Right. And I'm saddened to see them with eyes, getting blind, kidney failing. I see people having legs amputated. I see people having heart attack and stroke. I see people having heart diseases at a very relatively young age, or even 50s, 40s, 60s. Hi, hello, morning. Right. I see people doing, and I see that they are caused by diseases that are significantly modifiable, diseases that are significantly reduced and controlled by lifestyle. They could have been prevented, but they didn't because they were complacent, because they were faced with a society, a culture, right, that were very mindless and not careful, not desiring of healthy eating, healthy living, not celebrating healthy eating. So about 7, 8 years, about 10, almost 10 years ago, I decided that if nobody's doing it, I'm going to do it. Right? Because a lot of time government campaigns are only trying to give education. Government campaigns do not give motivation. Right? Many people run workshops and online courses. They just want to teach. Right? But I want to motivate. I want to activate. I want to get people taking action and not just taking education. I don't want people to take notes. I want people to take action. Right? To start now, start today, before it's too late, before the window closes. That was what was on my mind when I started the YouTube channel. That was what was on my mind. Right? That's what motivated me. Sorry, everybody, for getting me into that mood of what's in my heart. Right? But can you join me? Can we join me? If we can bless one person today through this live stream, isn't that a privilege? Isn't it a blessing? Would you agree? Through this live stream, through our encouragement, to our words of encouragement, or reminders, or changing of mindset, and we activated someone to walk daily, activated someone to cut down on sugar, to activate someone to motivate someone to start cutting down on unhealthy food. And when the person persists consistently, right, to do that over the years, in the years to come, and because of that, the person didn't become blind in 10 years from now. Because of what we say, what we encourage, what we motivated a person to do today, the person did not have the leg amputated and able to walk, able to see the grandchildren grow up. The person's life is blessed. We may not be connected. We may not know that we have done such a thing. Right? But if today we have motivated, activated somebody to be more concerned about and take more action about their lifestyle to improve their health, let's see that as a privilege. Let's see that as a blessing. Shall we? Shall we do that? Okay. Abina say thank or don't do that. Okay. Maybe read online. May not be able to fully understand. So, yes, online information is useful because it's so accessible and it's free too, right? But the problem with online information is because it is very piecemeal and often contain little sprinkles of misinformation or wrong information, right? A lot of 90% correct information mixed with 10% of misinformation, sometimes unknowingly, unintentionally, creating a lot of misconception, right? And learning about something as important as health should not be piecemeal, should not be random, right? Should be done in a concerted manner with the effort to do so in a context, in an environment where you can ask questions, context and environment where you can clarify any doubts, any parts that you cannot understand, and any aspect that you need some clarification. So go and attend a course, go and attend a class, go and have a health coach, go and meet with your doctor. If your doctor is doing lifestyle medicine coaching, do whatever, do something. Will you do something? Right? I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I shared that in a few months' time, I'm probably going to run. I think I'm motivated by some of you, encouraged by many of you to start running webinars or online courses. I've not done that for a long while. I don't have the time. It's very tiring to do that. But with this community, maybe I'll start doing that. And one of the first one that I want to do is to eat rice better. How many of you want to learn how to eat rice better? Not just eat better rice. How to eat rice better in a way that will not spike your blood sugar, that will not increase your blood sugar excessively because of rice in the diet. Rice is not poison. Rice is a traditional food that many of us, especially in Asia, have grown to love and been a staple in our diet, right? There's nothing bad about rice, but what's bad about it is our habits towards it, how we eat it, that will bring on the unwanted effects if we don't eat it right. So I've been thinking of running a course, an online webinar course on Eat Rice Better, to help people understand all this GI, the glycemic index of rice, how to minimize the glycemic index of rice through many things that they can do, how to reduce, the unwanted, unhelpful effects of eating rice unhealthily, how to eat rice better. Other than, if not everybody can take to eating brown rice. Not everybody wants to take brown rice. No, not everybody have access to brown rice. And not everybody has that. Okay, so that was one of the thinking I have. So if you're interested, I don't know when, if I ever going to do it, but I'm thinking of at least now that I say it publicly, then maybe that I would, right, be prompted, right, to do it, more, right, in time in the next 2 months. This course called Eat Rice Better, right? So if any of you are interested, write in the comment section, Eat Rice Better. You're interested in such a course, so I'll try to do so in the next 2-3 months. No promise, but I try to find time in my schedule to do that. If you're interested in a course called Eat Rice Better, how to minimize blood sugar spike from eating rice, write in the comment section, Eat Rice Better, to give an indication so that I do a poll that there are people interested. Then I will not be wasting my time developing such a course. Sharing is caring, Farida. Right? New York said that nowadays a lot of people do live streaming everywhere, old and young. Yeah, this old dog still learning new tricks. Right? Angie on to encourage me, right, to press on. Right, encourage me to press on. I thank you, right, for encouraging me to press on. Okay, Angie on to encourage me to press on. Evina, right, yeah, Evina will laugh at me. You see this old man, walking around, talking on the phone, right, will find me weird and laugh. But every now and then encourage me to continue, not to care what other people might say, what other people, how they will look at me. And Chris is from New York. Agree that mobility is the greatest gift, right? Mobility is the greatest gift, and you are thankful. Right? Thank you, right? Enjoy your walk. In New York, where do you walk? In New York, and maybe one day, I can live stream you, Chris. Walking in New York and me in Singapore. I put you live on, and the two of us will be walking and try to motivate people to join us to walk together. How about that, Chris? Will you be keen to live stream your walk and a live stream together? I put you on as a guest. Let's do that. That'll be fun, isn't it? Right, that'll be fun. Okay. Esther is from Singapore. Aaron, walk away from stress. All right, walk away from stress. The live stream has been good motivation to you. Thank you, Aaron, for your encouragement. Thank you so much for your encouragement. May you thank me for sharing, and I thank you for your Udaya. Right. Sorry, I was very emotional just now. Right, talking about what motivated me to do what I do. Right. Why am I such a nag? Why am I doing so much on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram? Because we can do something, because there are lives to be saved, there are lives to be blessed. It's within us to do so. Let's do it, and let's motivate one another. And Mayok, thank you for your blessing. Right. You have a friend who's working in a nursing home. People with dementia are getting younger. Right. Yes, absolutely. There is a recent article in Singapore that talks about dementia being an epidemic. It's a tsunami of dementia. Right. The nursing homes are flooded with people with dementia. 1 in 10 people above the age of 60 are already found to have some degree of dementia. And dementia is not just about playing poker, playing mahjong to keep our mind active. Dementia, we walk away from dementia, have a daily walk to walk away from dementia. Dementia, one aspect of dementia, the vascular dementia, can be prevented and reduced, delayed, retarded by a healthy lifestyle. Vascular dementia, the risk factors are very similar to the same risk factor that causes heart disease, that causes stroke. right? So vascular dementia can certainly be reduced, prevented, retarded, you know. So let us do everything we can to reduce dementia. And one of the ways to do that is to walk every day. So join me, start this movement to encourage people to build a habit, right, of walking every single day, right? And Edwina says keen to join a cause called Eat Rice Better. Faith Wong too, you know, Esther, Amy, right? You are keen to eat rice better. Faith, you know, yeah, cannot eat too much, right? Okay, so I think everybody may have specific medical conditions, right? So work with your doctor, right? Work closely with your doctor, right? If a doctor tells you because of condition you need to change your diet, right, that's different from what is generally healthy for everybody, then follow the instructions, follow the recommendations of your doctor, right? Follow the recommendations of your doctor, right? Angie says that so often we are waking up in the morning and we take mobility for granted, right? Don't be afraid. Faith Wong, don't be afraid. As your name says, have faith, have faith, have faith. Okay, continue to do your best, right? Continue to do everything you can, including walking every day. Continue to eat healthy. Continue to be thankful every day that you wake up, right? Be thankful to live in the moment, to treasure, right, all that you have. So have faith, faith, have faith, right? Be thankful. Start with a thankful heart, right? Cheerfulness is good medicine. 喜乐乃是良药. Right? Start being cheerful, enjoy and be, you know, thankful for this great day, this great life that we still have every single day that we wake up. You know, Sally, thank you, Sally, right, for your encouraging words. Sally, good morning to you. Right. Chan Fan, you are walking along with me and you have walked 5 kilometers already. Yeah, that's good. I've gotten at least one person to walk with me. How many of you have like Chan Fan also walk with me and have walked 5 kilometers already? Right. Udayas say wow. Faith say thank you. I thank you too. Okay, so as I'm gonna start my day, would you do me a favor? Would you help me in my mission in building a community of people who cares about health, who would activate their lifestyle, who would do their best to improve the lifestyle, get more people to walk with us every day, get more people to join us in this conversation. Can you do me a favor? Let's help me build a community. Can you like, share, comment so that Facebook or YouTube they're watching from will share this to more people? People who do not already know us, are not in this community. Will you share this to more people? Right, I want to thank you. I want to thank every one of you for joining me this morning, right, with to walk and listen to my sharing earlier. Today I talk about exercise alone is not enough. You can never out-exercise a bad diet. Have a blessed day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this morning chat, this morning walk. And may you have a blessed day. May you be blessed with people around you that will encourage you towards healthy eating. May you be blessed with people around you that will encourage you to treasure our health, to remind us to eat healthier, walk every day, exercise more, sleep well, manage stress, and continue to build social connections. Okay, be blessed, everybody. Be very, very blessed. All right. And please love the idea of a virtual walk globally for united in one community for health. Right, that'll be great too. Angie has just done with your morning walk. Angie has just done with your morning walk. And Amy want to share with everybody greetings and a blessing to everybody. And Angie want to share, wish everybody an energized day ahead. And Edwina also want to share blessings to everyone to have a great day. Have a great day, everybody. Right? May all of you be blessed. Okay? May all of you be encouraged, right, to lead not just a healthy life, but a happy, healthy, connected life. Let habits be thy medicine. Let's unlock the power of a lifestyle eating habits as powerful medicine to prevent and combat lifestyle-related chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart diseases. Let us prevent and combat all of that. And let us prevent and combat all of that. Okay, so let's continue to encourage one another. And I'd like to see all of you again, when I next live stream. Okay, when I next live stream, I'd like to hope to see all of you again, right, joining me in the live stream. Okay, and Chris Wong say jia you to you too. Angie, right, be blessed and be thankful for blessing. Abu Rama, right, says thank you to all. Okay, be blessed and be thankful. Be blessed.